Good morning, guys. So we are in Bell. We are on our way to enjoy my 3-day weekend. I know not a lot of people get a 3-day weekend. And we have friends behind us. They're going to join us because she's also a teacher. And so we are on our way to Borrego Springs. Or Anza-Borrego. And we are taking a different route this time because we also have Dolly with us, and she gets really car sick, and we don't want to have to deal with that going into Anza-Borrego through Julian area. And so we're taking the 10 all the way towards Salton Sea and then heading into Anza-Borrego that way. So stay with us and we'll show you where we go.
Let's go. Let's roll. Is you ready? I'm about to take you there. Lightning like Steve McQueen. I'm in the fast lane when the light turns green. And I built tough, I ain't nothing but grit. Cause I made rugged blood, sweat, and spit. Yeah, like a horse I fly. Better push yourself in for a bumpy ride. I like to play hard, but I work harder. And I weather the storm cause I'm built stronger. I was born to run. I was built to last. I was made for speed. Cause I was born fast. Born to run.
Alright guys, so I think it's safe. I don't know what her deal is, but like she won't let me talk at all. If the video continues and she keeps doing that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I know you guys are only here to see me. Nobody really... Oh, here she comes, guys. I gotta go. If I go like this, that means I need help. We'll catch up with you in a little bit. Hi, dear. All right, guys. So, pretty cool, huh, Tish?
Yeah.
We
just hit the gas station off, I don't know what highway. What's the highway?
86. Yeah, so we were on the 10, got off on the 86.
Hit the gas station, which was the last stop for gas. Now we are on, I think it's called Borrego something. Borrego Salton Seaway?
Yeah, so we're on Borrego Salton Seaway.
And we're headed to Fons Point. So because we're coming in on the east side of Anza-Borrego through Ocotillo Wells, we're on this little small highway, and we're headed towards Fons Point.
Which is so Fons Point's an area where there's like a giant overlook where
and you get to see all the Badlands. And we've been there once before, but there's not really anywhere to camp. So then we'll probably head towards, what's it called? The Slot Canyon. Because our friends that are with us, they've never been here before, so we're kind of showing them all of the hot spots of Anza-Borrego. And
that was Jenny. We used to come to Ocotillo with them all the time to
we had our trailer with our side-by-side, and when the girls used to join us for every single trip.
We would come down here
because they didn't have a choice.
We would, no kidding. We would come down here all the time with them, and we'd go on both sides of the highway, so it's kind of bringing back a bunch of memories of...
Yes. And now we're driving through what we used to go in our side-by-side through all of these. This isn't the Badlands. Are these the mud? What is this?
I don't know. Are they?
Sorry, dear. Anywho, we're going to go down memory lane and we'll catch you guys up in a bit.
Alright guys, so you might remember this spot from a year or so ago. This is Vista del Malpais, but it's also known as, what's this called here? Fonts Point. Fonts Point. Really incredible views up here of what I think is called the Badlands. So we're going to make sure the dogs don't fall off the cliff and enjoy the view, and we'll show you guys what's up here, and then we'll catch back up with you guys inside the Jeep. All right, so that was a fun little stop. We had been there before. It's a nice little overview, which we actually just learned about last year or so. Very, very easy off-roading, guys, to get here. You could literally do it in a two-wheel drive. But it also just rained, so it's kind of hard packed. I'll bet you it gets real sandy during the summer. Yeah. But now we're going to start headed over towards the Slot Canyon area, or perhaps another trailhead, which will take us
to camp.
Up into those like those little mountain areas, which is called, I think, the Badlands. There's a couple different areas over here called that has the name Badlands. This is one of them. There's another one way south of here. Definitely add this place to your list. It's really fun.
Yeah, and cool scenery. It's a nice little drive.
Alright guys, so we went down San Felipe Wash, and now we're on Rainbow Wash, headed back into those Badlands, like the little mountain area that you saw from up top.
They're not mountains.
They're not mountains, they're like baby mountains. But we're going to stay on this as long as we can stand it. If it gets too rocky and rolly for the dogs, we'll probably find camp, but this dead ends at some point, so we're hoping we can find some cool spot where we can camp and, you know, have a little bit of shelter, although the wind is starting to calm down, so we'll be all right either way. So we'll see what we can find. All right, guys, so we're continuing up Rainbow Wash here, but as you can see, I mean, it's a really cool area to wheel in, but we don't think it's going to open up anytime soon to have a flat enough spot for camping. So we're probably going to go a little bit further, do some exploring, and then turn around and go find camp in an area that's a little bit more open. But it's really fun. Jeep's making all kinds of crazy noises from getting all flexy. So we're gonna hop in the Jeep and catch up with you guys in just a little bit.
There comes a point where you have to recognize the power of sacrifice. You have to recognize when your strengths outweigh your weaknesses by the tons. Recognize that growth's a part of all forms of life. And sometimes your abilities that you started with on a journey can lead you in a different direction, to a far better destination that you could never fathom in the past. Recognize that one day we will all leave from this place, and at that point, when your number is called, can you look yourself in the mirror and say that you gave it your all in every aspect of life? Can you truly, truly say you put your heart in it till your last breath? And when everyone hears of your passing, you can vouch that all this is true. And in that moment, only that moment, you can see you finally got the recognition you deserve. And the last thing everyone says when they look back on their reflections of you is that he was most definitely a man on a mission.
Keep going around, it's better. Dolly, come.
All right, so just when we were about to throw in the towel, Tish and I got out and walked a little further up the trail, and we found a decent spot, and then she kept walking while I got the Jeep, and she found this site right here, which is so nice. We were afraid it wasn't going to open up and it was just going to stay the mud hills, but I'll give you kind of a bird's eye vantage point of the spot, and there will be nobody up here tonight. We're kind of flexing all the way getting up here. Nothing too bad, but Jeep was definitely making some noises. But we're gonna get camp set up, and we'll catch up with you guys in just a little bit.
Wow. So, and then his dad died, so you got a bunch of
4 of us. Like,
Yes.
Come on, doll.
Oh my, we weren't paying attention.
around
All right, guys. So we're just going for a little hike to see how much further we could have gone
so far
on this trail with the Jeep, and it wasn't much further. And where we're walking right now, you're not taking any sort of vehicle back here. I mean, a dirt bike, yeah, for sure. But we've pretty much, we're at the end of the trail where we're at, and it's a fun little off-roading trail, and it's really pretty. So we're gonna go catch up with Mama Goose. She's up there running with Dolly, and we'll catch up with you guys in just a little bit.
Did you pack the cut up line?
Yep.
Do you guys need? Got it. And I was like, this guy just stopped. He's like, roll down your window so I can. I didn't even know my tire. I know my tire broke, people.
I don't care as long as the car ran.
We both got freaked out.
All right, guys. So what we're doing tonight, we came back from our hike. Beautiful spot, as I mentioned. But what we're doing tonight is we're just doing some Cajun shrimp with a little bit of rice and some broccolini. It sounds like a bit much, but it shouldn't take too much effort. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna season the shrimp with some Cajun seasoning and some other ingredients. Chop up the cilantro, chop up the lime, some tomatoes, and let's get going.
Birthday party.
You look at me like this guy.
All right, so we're just gonna season the shrimp with a little bit of Cajun seasoning here.
It even smells delicious.
All right, guys, we're ready to cook. We got everything prepared already. Shrimp's already seasoned. We got everything chopped up. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cook the shrimp.
Things go your way. Like the dish will wash the dish.
Yeah.
Hold on for one more day.
Something tells me this video is gonna get demonetized. There's a lot of music going on in the background. But you know what? One video every once in a while, as long as we're having a good time, right?
I love this. Someday somebody's gonna make you want to turn around and say goodbye. Chillin', baby. Are you gonna let him hold you down and make you cry? Don't you know? Don't you know? Things have changed.
So we're adding the tomatoes and the garlic here. We're gonna do its best to let it cook up before we throw everything else in here. All right, so we're gonna turn the heat up on this. We're gonna let it cook nice. We're gonna get all the crunchies off the bottom. Let it kind of mix into the juice.
If Daniel hasn't seen it, he's
All right, so shrimp's cooked, broccolini's just about done. We're just finishing off the garlic bread and the rice. And then we're gonna throw the shrimp back in with the rice, kind of keep it warm. And we'll meet you guys over by the fire pit in just a few minutes, but not before I grade some Monterey Jack. What is that, Monterey Jack that you bought?
No.
What is it?
I don't know.
She doesn't know what it is, but we got some cheese that we're gonna grate on top of it. So we'll meet you guys in just a little bit. A lot. How's that look, doll?
don't need another mishap. Get out. Out.
No, with her sweater. It snagged these little knobs on the leg. The whole thing.
Take the lid off.
Oh, it's heavy.
Next plate. All right, let's eat.
The smell is unbelievable.
Yeah.
We'll see how it tastes. I kind of threw this together. It wasn't.
I think it's amazing.
In my mind at the house, it went a lot more smooth than what you guys saw right now, but it should turn out decently. As long as the shrimp's cooked, that's all we really need.
I think you're your worst critic.
I am my worst critic.
It went smoothly.
Watch out.
And
Sit.
I'm sure it's gonna taste amazing.
Hey, go at your food.
Sit.
By the way, I've had comments before where people light me up in the comments because we eat with Dolly looking. For the record, her food's right over there. So unless I lock her up while we eat, which I'm not gonna do, you're gonna have to deal with it. She's gonna be here and be a dog. So dig in. What do you think, Doll?
Go.
So we're gonna dig in, guys. We're gonna finish this meal, and we'll catch up with you guys once we get the fire going, because it's starting to get a little chilly out here.
Oh my god, it's so good.
We are gonna light the fire right now, and just so you know, Mama Goose wants her 4 minutes of fame. So why don't you come up here and tell us what you did here with the fire, dear?
So I heard that lint from your dryer vent stuffed inside of a used toilet paper roll works really well for starting a fire. And we've actually never tried this before, so we're gonna see how well it works. So I have two here. Both of them are fully stuffed with lint.
And we do a lot of laundry in our house, so.
And it's all like it's just cotton and paper burning.
So throw the wood on there, Doll. It won't do any good without the wood.
Let's see.
And
what she
because
said.
we're in Anza-Borrego, we're having the fire on a metal little tin here because the rules are very specific.
It is off the ground,
Well, we need more than one piece of wood.
but it needs to catch. So
Yeah, but it would be perfect for
I don't
one
want
right
to
here.
overwhelm the fire.
Oh, no, it's fine, dear. We're going to get this going. We're going to clean the dishes, and we may not see you guys again until tomorrow morning. What do you say, dear?
We will not see you until tomorrow morning.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god. You want all this in the trash?
Good morning. Sunday morning. I don't know, it's like 7 o'clock. Sunrise was about 20 minutes ago, but as you can see, it still hasn't gotten to us inside this canyon here just yet. But I'm gonna get some coffee on. We're just doing some oatmeal and like a muffin for breakfast, something easy. And at some point, Tish will get out of the Ursa Minor, but until then, we're just going to have a nice relaxing morning. We're in no rush to get out of here because I think we're going to stay north of the 78 the entire time. So once we pack up, get out of here, which might not be till 9, 10 o'clock, which is pretty unusual for us, but we also like hanging out every once in a while. So we're just going to have a nice little breakfast, and then we're going to head down Rainbow Wash, which is where we're at right now. And we'll hit San Felipe Wash, and we're going to take that east towards like the Slot Canyon area. There's another canyon for us to go up, do some off-roading, which we're going to do that. And then we'll park at the bottom and then walk up to the Slot Canyon, which at the bottom, you don't have to pay the $10 for parking. So save a few bucks there, plus we get some off-roading in. But I'm going to get going on coffee and breakfast, and we will catch up with you guys in just a little bit.
Well, howdy, y'all. Well, did you miss me? Go on and say I told you so. Yeah, now I know the straight life is a no-go. Yeah, I was wrong. I tried to get domesticated, but yesterday I finally couldn't take it, and I was gone. I probably should have told my wife, but the minute I saw the light, I just dug out my boots and threw out the fanny pack, sold the van and got my old Harley back, cranked up the bike and flew out the cul-de-sac, straight to the nearest bar. AC/DC on the jukebox, back in black. Got so drunk I was singing like a maniac, smoked so much I about had a heart attack. So it's a fact, the rascal is back. Got back, I ain't gonna lie. I dressed up in a suit and tie, pulled out the driveway 7:45. Yeah, in the morning. She started having baby fever. She made me trade my Harley for a Kia. Oh, help me, Lord. I saw my reflection in the minivan and thought, this ain't who I am. So I dug out my boots and threw out the fanny pack, sold the van and got my old Harley back, cranked up the bike and flew out the cul-de-sac, straight to the nearest bar. AC/DC on the jukebox, back in black. Got so drunk I was singing like a maniac, smoked so much I about had a heart attack. I woke up in someone's yard. The rascal is back. My mind that I'm a fool for leaving all I had, but then I think about it, dear. Boy, I sure am glad that I dug out my boots and threw out the fanny pack, sold the van and got my old Harley back, picked up the bike and flew out the cul-de-sac. AC/DC on the jukebox, back in black. Got so drunk I was singing like a maniac, smoked so much I about had a heart attack. So hang on to your hats, the rascal is back.
We made it to Slot Canyon.
Yep.
And we are going to show Bill and Jenny how beautiful it is, because they've never been before. Yay!
Is that it?
That's it. Yay!
Yeah, a lot to say yesterday. We'll catch up with you guys in just a little bit. We should have got our harness.
Same.
This is pretty cool.
Watch out, doll. Run away all the time.
All right, guys, so we reached the end of the trail. I mean, we could keep going if we didn't have the dogs, but we're going to head back and go find camp, and we'll let you know where we land.
Where's North?
Right now? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Sit. 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 Stay. Load up. All right, so that was fun. That was a great little hike, guys. It wasn't very far. If I had to guess, maybe it's 3/4 of a mile round trip, maybe a mile. But as you saw, we didn't go all the way through because we would have had to start climbing. But we saw a lot of hikers that were, you know, parking at the top, walking down. And then you could either loop back or you can go back up the way you came. It's still kind of early, but it's also Super Bowl today. So I've got really no problem with getting to camp earlier than we otherwise would.
And just sitting and relaxing.
Yes.
And enjoying our last night.
Yep. We'll catch up with you guys in just a little bit.
It's our turn to cook. Girls are taking over the scuttle,
Oh yeah.
and we are making lunch. What are we having for lunch, Jenny?
Beer brats.
Yum.
LOL. Wiener.
Mrs. Poshus?
Oh, why thank you.
I don't ever get a beer when I'm cooking.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe I do. How are the brats coming along, doll?
They're looking mighty good.
Make sure when you're heating this up, you split the buns.
Well, it looks like you gals are doing a good job.
We do know how to handle the wieners around here.
Brats.
Oh, brats.
First,
Yum.
Brat.
You guys.
All right.
Come to your pillow.
Brat on the regular
Get up here.
bun.
Ginger. Go to your pillow.
I don't know, guys. This is really, really, really good. And I know I might be in the minority, but leave a comment. Sauerkraut or no sauerkraut?
Sauerkraut on a pretzel bun. Oh, yum. With mustard.
Maybe. The people will tell us.
Into the game.
Nothing.
But not for much. He's backed up by a yard or two. Nick Bolton, the first to get.
So you might say to yourself, why do you want to bring your Starlink with you whenever you're camping? So, for those of you that question that, I would say this. I could either be at home watching Super Bowl, or with the Starlink, I could be in the middle of nowhere, put the Starlink up, and still be able to camp and watch Super Bowl.
With
Something
your
to
friends.
think about. Now let's get back to the show.
Are those like California swallows or something?
They look like swallows, yeah.
Jeez. That has been 50 so far. There's another 20. Jeez.
They
Then I
come
go
out
out and
Big forces. Unit.
Alpha Delta go.
Calling him in and out. Kelsey, in and out. One guy inside, one guy outside. Stay on your leverage.
What a fantastic night that was. I mean, weather couldn't be more perfect. And we're in an area where usually you find 4 or 5 different rigs camped. And because we were here on a Sunday night, Super Bowl Sunday probably, there was nobody here. So we had the whole place to ourselves, which was absolutely amazing. But we're just going to make some breakfast. We're already starting to pack up, get camp cleaned up. And we'll catch up with you guys in the car and kind of give you a rundown of how we feel like the entire trip went, how you can be prepared to take a trip like this, and maybe some final thoughts of the video. So we're going to finish getting things ready, eat some breakfast, and we will see you guys on the road.
If not, we can always combine the chips.
All right, guys, so we are on our way home. Monday afternoon. It's great that Tish had the day off today so we could make it a longer weekend, and next weekend she's off on Monday as well, so we're off on another adventure next weekend to Death Valley. So I'm going to try to get this video out before we leave, but no promises. What do you got, doll? Closing thoughts.
It was nice to get back out to Anza and experience it with friends who've never been, so it just kind of, I don't know, I guess it brings more life to it, because if you've been and done the same thing over and over again, you know, it just gets redundant and boring, I guess, but bringing friends that have never been makes it more enjoyable.
Yeah, it definitely was a different trip with them.
Yes.
And we stayed, again, guys, we stayed above the 78, north of the 78, and there was a lot to see. And I don't think we were on the same road twice, except for San Felipe Wash, going back and forth in between these washes. So we're going to let you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and as always... All right, new angle, guys. The GoPro just died, and I don't feel like changing the battery. But as a reminder, if you can go to 395junkie.com and pick up your craft beef jerky, t-shirts, apparel, we got all kinds of fun stuff there, and it all supports the channel, so we appreciate that very much. Hope you guys are enjoying the last bits of winter, and spring will be here before you know it. Happy trails.